Going to be the weekly reading for Aries, and I did want to apologize. I kind of dropped the ball last week. I've been going through a lot of changes, and I literally was ready to just quit everything. Every week it seems like I have been facing different fears. I faced the whole fear of rejection when I started the channel. Fear of loss, it was a big one that I dealt with last weekend. And then this was fear of failure. And so I really went through that, and I really was ready to quit just because I really felt like my messages weren't being received. And I really was paying a lot of attention to the physical, my numbers, my stats and stuff, and some of the comments. And I know I'm not like the other readers. The other readers are more focused on the future and what's going to happen in the future. And I really try to encourage people who watch my channel to step into their own power and really take responsibility for the reality that they create. And so it's really hard for me to even do a reading that's based in the future on what's going to happen and stuff, just because of all the enlightenment that I have gotten. So I've just, I kind of lost my edge and kind of lost my fearlessness there for a minute. But I'm back. I was wallowing in the pits of despair all weekend, and seems to be something with the weekend. But I'm back, and I'm going to do your Aries reading. If you did not catch my all signs reading that I did earlier today, do catch that, because I go into a little bit more detail about what's been going on with me. All right, we have the High Priestess, the Isis. So wow, this is amazing. You really stepped into your power, and this could be God or goddess. This could be masculine or feminine, but this is power right here. And how you step into your power is by facing fears. And man, I tell you, every time I face a fear, I feel so much more powerful. I really do. I know once I make this shift here, every time there's a cycle, because that's all life is. That's all this journey called life is cycles. Once I get through this cycle, I know that I'm going to be a lot stronger. And so I'm really sensing too that you've been going through a lot of changes, a lot of shifts as well. I had somebody comment on one of my videos last week about why do I read the cards from my perspective instead of reading the card itself. And my explanation is that I read energies. So I read the energies of the cards, and sometimes the only way I can describe it is by describing a situation that I've been through, through my own perspective. So if that doesn't resonate with you, then I understand. You're free not to watch. But like I said, facing these fears as they come up and getting through these cycles, and eventually these cycles will get smaller. And the reason why they'll get smaller is because there'll be less ups and downs. It'll be more even keel. Okay, we have, to clarify that card, we have the Island Solitude card. And as soon as I saw this card, I thought about, you are an island by yourself. And maybe you have been spending time like I have, really being pretty introverted and private, and really kind of soul searching and really finding that power. And you have done that. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful card right there, as far as really being your own island and not needing anybody else to fulfill you. I mean, there's so much power in that, because you give your power away when you need others. And I'm going through that right now, where I feel like I'm needy, but yet I'm pulling it back, and I'm trying to do it by myself. And it's been really, really hard. Without all that external validation and that coddling and comforting, and Yeah, it's really working on this energy here. Really getting to this. We have the Wheel of Fortune card, and this is what I was talking about, those cycles. And it's nothing but cycles. And those cycles are here to serve us because every time we go through one of these cycles and we clear stuff and we have fears that come up, and do be mindful of them. I mean, don't just go through these different energetic shifts without realizing what's going on. Do raise your consciousness to where you are really aware of what's happening. Otherwise, it's going to come back again until you are consciously aware of it. And once you get through these, every single time, you're more enlightened, you're more empowered, you're braver, you're, wiser. And, your third eye is opening. That's beautiful. To clarify that card, we have never make an appearance without controversy. Tap the unconscious and pray it isn't boring. Being Dolly is inspiration enough. So basically what I'm getting, you see that tap the unconscious and pray it isn't boring? That's what I'm talking about, really tapping into the unconscious and become consciously aware of everything that's going on. Every time you have a situation or a scenario or set of circumstances with somebody, whether it be at work or someone you live with or whatever, really look at the mirror. Look in the mirror and see what they're showing you. And anytime a situation arises, look for the lesson. What is this trying to teach me? How did I align to this? Where was I vibrating at before this showed up? Was I in a place of fear-based energy? Am I facing a fear now? So really be conscious. And also it says never make an appearance without a controversy. And the message that I'm getting with this is always speak your truth, even if it doesn't conform to what people believe or what people expect out of you. Definitely always speak your truth, even if it's controversial. Don't be afraid to go against the grain. That is the message I'm getting with that card. And being yourself is inspiration enough. And, I was presented with the situation earlier today where, I really wanted someone to comfort me because I feel that way sometimes. And, the information that came to me was, okay, do you want to be comforted? Or do you want to stand on your own 2 feet and be the high priestess, be Isis? I said, I want to be Isis. This is what I'm striving for. Right here is what I'm striving for. So I'm willing to face all these fears because on the other side of all my fears is what I want, and this is what I want. Oracle. And so this is what I said about opening your third eye. And how do you open your third eye? By raising your consciousness. And how do you raise your consciousness? By shining light on whatever needs shined light on. So whatever has shown up in your reality, shine light on it and really look at it from your third eye. Don't just use your physical senses. Really, really look at it. And the other thing that I have really learned over the past week is to stay out of your thoughts. It's all right to feel whatever you're feeling. Do feel it, but stay out of your thoughts. Because your thoughts are not oracle. Your oracle, your third eye, your other senses come from within, from your core essence of who you are. It's not your thoughts whatsoever. So do clear your thoughts. Clear that channel. Open up that channel so that you remove all of that static and all of that white noise so that you can really listen to your guidance. And to clarify that card, we have all tied up. And that's what I was talking about. Being in that mental energy. Really being in that mental prison. It's self-imposed. You do that. Nobody else does that. We are not responsible for anybody else but ourselves. We are the only person we're responsible for as far as energy, emotions, our actions. We're the only person. So you cannot control what anybody else is doing, saying, thinking, feeling. To do that is to be in a fear-based, codependent energy. And you want to always put yourself first and always just focus on you and what you've got going on. So do get it out of your head, clear that channel so that your messages can come through from spirit. We have the Nine of Seas. This is the Make-A-Wish card. And see the sun? Yeah, this is a very positive card. Do make a wish. Think really, and not think, that's not the right word. Meditate on what you would like to experience. What is the next experience that you'd like to have? Because souls always want to have experiences. And understand the journey is the destination. You know, I was so dead set on like one thing, like this is my goal, this is what I want. This is what I want. But I didn't realize that as I was getting there and I was proceeding on this journey, I was having all these amazing adventures. I mean, not all of them have been amazing. But it's what you make of it, really. And, you know, as long as you're not attached and judging everything, this is not hard. We make it hard when we come along and we judge it. To clarify that card, we have Burnt by the Sun, Ambition, Extension, and Reach. So this is that, I'm trying to describe this energy. Controlling, trying to control the outcome, trying to do it ourselves. And the message coming through from Spirit is that you don't even have to work that hard. All you have to do is make a wish of what type of experiences you would like to have next. What is the next thing you would like to have happen? What kind of soul expansion would you like for your next demo or simulation to be? Because that's how I look at it. They're just demos. You know, the physical illusions, they're not real. Anything that's happening in the third dimension is not real. They're just simulations. It's like we're avatars. So don't take the shit so seriously and understand these are my messages too. Believe that. Lilith, we have power. So we have Lilith, power, and we have High Priestess. That is beautiful. So between these two cards, I don't know about you, but this is where I'd like to be. And you know what? If that means not getting, having other people validate me or comfort me or come in and save me, but doing it on my own so that I can step into both of these roles here, that's what I want. That is what I want. I know I want to feel good, you know, really be void of fears and be able to stand on my own 2 feet and be able to create the type of reality that I want and know that, like I said, I'm more than my body. I am more than my physical body. My physical body really is nothing but an avatar, and I'm really having nothing but simulated experiences in the third dimension. And the fifth dimension is where I'm actually up there with my soul family planning. What kind of experiences do we want to have next? What do we want to learn and what do we want to grow? To clarify that Lilith card, we have my fearless freedom lights up the world. That's exactly what I was talking about. Man, that is beautiful. And see, once everybody starts really becoming more conscious and becoming more aware and aware of their energy and aware of the fact that they're creating experiences, everyone can create better experiences. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what my message is I'm really trying to raise everybody's vibrations and their awareness so that everyone is having better experiences. But if you are experiencing the lower vibrations of fear, don't judge it, because this is bringing you one step closer to balance and to what you truly want. Because our fears are what keep what we really want away. and instead bring to us shit that we don't want. And so everyone needs to be working on this level of consciousness here. Imagine what a better world we would live in. But understand we're all experiencing our very own version of reality from where we're vibrating at too. So we are creating the world around us. Criticism. This is that whole feeling of not feeling good enough. Now understand, if you are doing this to yourself, if you are criticizing yourself, if you're being hard on yourself, like, like I was, I'm just a failure, I just can't do anything right, I just keep fucking things up. If you are in that energy, then guess what you're going to align to? You're going to align to other people who do this to you as well. And another message that's coming through is about setting healthy boundaries. So do make sure that you are setting healthy boundaries. And also, this is that mirror I was talking about. Most of the time when a person criticizes you, it says more about them than it does about you. Don't take it personally, but do look in the mirror and see, okay, how have I been criticizing myself? How have I been judging myself? Because this person is showing me this in the mirror, that this is what I've been doing. Wow. To clarify that card, we have Magic Circle Protection. So basically what I'm getting with this is that whole boundaries. Boundaries, to need protection from someone is to really be in victim mentality and to align to the fact that we feel like people aren't going to treat us well. But I do believe that this is talking about the boundaries, that magic circle. When you put a magic circle around yourself, you're like, this is my shit. And everything outside of this magic circle is your shit. And I'm not taking your shit on. And you know what? You shouldn't take my shit either. It's all about having healthy boundaries. And that is how you protect yourself. And you protect yourself from, being overgiving from, and we overgive to make ourselves useful, to get that validation that we're seeking. And then we tend to feel used and abused. And then we're angry with that person. But we didn't have healthy boundaries to begin with. Plus, we were seeking outward validation. And that is never the energy to be in. Family room. And what I'm getting with this card is to really pull back your energy and spend some nights at home. It goes with that island, that solitude. When I get the family room card, a lot of times I'll read this different ways. Sometimes I'll read this as, family, happy family life is coming in for you, or, someone buying a home, which it could be in this instance. But what I'm basically getting is to just pull it back. Maybe stay home from the club on a Friday night. Spend a whole day at home on the couch and just recharge your battery. I was looking at the pictures and stuff too. Definitely what I'm getting with this is solitude. And that definitely goes with that card there. We have the Death card. And so I believe this has to do with tapping into that unconscious. And then once you tap into that unconscious, it's like your shadow side is what holds all of your unconscious thoughts and stuff. And so this is an ego death. This is all about those fears and those conditionings, starving those out so that they cannot wreak havoc on our lives anymore. And we starve them out by not believing our thoughts and by not believing the stories that we tell ourselves. And then we starve those out. And they may not completely go away, but our light, where's that? will start shining. Once we get out of, see, our light will start shining. And we will really get out of this burnt by the sun energy, this extension, this reach, this overgiving, this feeling used and abused. But be responsible for your part in this. Because like I said, when we overgive out of codependency and out of our fears, and then we want to blame the person, it's nobody's fault but our own, because we did not have healthy boundaries. Roses indicate beauty and rugged health. This is that strength right here. And this could be for masculine too, but this is that strength and that power. Actually, this is more with Lilith. Really having gone through some things. And you know, another message that's coming through is that people have thorns to protect. You know, roses have thorns to protect them. And so a lot of times we have our guard up, and we have our guard up to protect us from other people and other things. When all we need, like I said, are those healthy boundaries, and to stop being so scared of everything and stop being so scared of being hurt. And I feel like that card goes with this one too, with the thorns and that protection, that circle of protection. We have this postcard oracle card, and I'm going to go ahead and read that. It says, "Dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We're here for you, and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part, now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire." Wow. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, a miracle will have to take place. We love you so much. Wow, that is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What a beautiful reading, Aries. Well, this is your weekly reading, and if you would like to donate, make an energy donation to my channel or pay for a personal reading, I will put my PayPal email and then my handle for Cash App in the description of the video. Thank you for watching.